Welcome everyone, this is Viking, and today we're going to take a look at the Harrier. I've equipped Mavericks, GBU 12s, and sidearms, and we're going to take a look at all three. But first, let's start up the aircraft. Actually, really first, let's unpause the simulation. Alright. There are a bunch of knobs you need to turn up. They're supposed to be brightness knobs, but at the moment, in the early access state of the module, they are basically binary on-off switches. It doesn't really matter what you set them to. Let's turn on the generator and the battery, and we'll turn on flight stabilization channels and check the nozzles, and the fuel pumps come on, and the lighting system comes on, and formation lights to maximum, and nav lights to max, and anti-collision light, fuel shutoff valve, engine computer thingy. Close the cockpit and do a quick caution lights test. Right click and hold down.
Warning.
Alright, that looks good. Oh, we have not turned on our flaps. And just like, I think I've got my nozzles between 10 and 15 degrees right now, but I don't know for sure, so I'm going to put the flaps in cruise mode as I start the engine, because I don't want the flaps to be damaged by the exhaust. And engine RPMs are going to come up to about 9. Then pause, and we'll move the throttle to the start position. Turn on the compass rose over here. We're waiting for the fan RPM to hit 29. 29. 28.5, close enough. Let's pop this over to compass rose as well for now, and it's actually helpful to deflect the stick, to turn on the FLIR, the DMT, and pop this over to nav mode. We're outdoors, so it's safe to enable the ejection seat, and there's a hard-to-click button behind the throttle, the parking brake. I recommend you bind it to something. See, my nozzles are at 13 degrees. Like 12 or 13, because less than 10 you can damage your flaps when they're down. And by the way, let's put the flaps back to auto, and now we can just start rolling. I presume that when the module is a bit more mature there will be a nav alignment process, but there is not one now. For taxiing, throttle between 35 and 36 is good. I'm trying to build up a little speed, so I got it at 36.2. Ideally, you want to stay under 20 knots. Taking a turn at more than 20 knots could be hazardous for your health. So we're keeping the speed modest here. And coming into the turn, we're going to kill the throttle. Line up on the runway. And we'd hit the wheel brakes if we needed it, but we don't. Alright, flaps are good to go. We're going to put the Right now we're not very heavy. We don't really need water for takeoff, but we're going to do it anyway. gives you a little extra power, lets you put the engine to full power, and it enables a shorter takeoff. Alright, wheel brakes applied. Get the throttle up to about 60. Release wheel brakes and go. That half hexagon around the R indicates that we're pushing the engine a little too hard, but that's alright. Got the nozzles back to 57. Landing gear is up. Proceeding at pace. We're above 180, so we can back off on the throttle, kill the water system, and start easing the nozzles forward. We're at 45 degrees, we're at 30 degrees, picking up a lot of speed. Don't really need the vertical thrust. We're down to like 12 here. And flaps to cruise, nozzles full forward, away we go. I forgot to turn on the radio. Silly me. 1, 2 right clicks, 1, 2, 3 right clicks. Roll this down to E, so we're on 243, and we're good. Let's come to the waypoint. We no longer need STOL HUD mode, so we're going to flip to nav mode. And once we come over these mountains, we should have line of sight to our JTAC, so we'll make contact as soon as we do. Alright, we're clear of the mountains. Let's make contact.
Infield, 1-1. This is eyeball, 1-1. Type 2 in effect. Advised and ready for 9 line.
Alright, we are ready to receive instructions from the JTAC.
Ready to copy. Line is as follows. 1, 2, 3, NA, 35 feet, MSL. Tanks, Golf, 3, 2, 3, 3, 6, 0. Marked by laser. 1688. East, 1,400 meters.
1688.
East.
1688.
Ready for remarks and further talk on.
Gonna want to remember that. I've switched these to tail nose fusing, and I'm going to turn that off, put us back to nav mode. Pardon the hiccup. And we're going to activate laser spot track, hit the code button so we can punch in 1688. Enter. Hit code, it comes back, we're good. Nah, I left it in laser spot track mode. Alright.
Ready to copy remarks. Request GBU 12.
GBU 12, I have those.
35. Golf 32336. Read back correct. Report IP inbound.
Can do.
Infield 1-1. IP inbound. Infield 1-1. Continue.
Alright. Let's ask him to turn on the laser.
Infield 1-1. Laser on. Laser on. Blazing.
And laser spot track has picked up the target. So they're giving us a CC. Oh, we don't have master arm turned on. That's why that thing on the HUD is blinking. Let's turn off our lights as well so they can't see us as easily. Alright. We're at 35 seconds from bomb release. 30 seconds. 20 seconds. When we get within 5 seconds, we're going to hold down the weapon release button, and the computer will drop it at the right time. 5 seconds, holding down pickle. and the aircraft lurches because a bomb just dropped, we're going to reset our target here. You always turn away after you drop a bomb because overflying a target is a good way to get shot. It says on this display that we are 17, 18, 19 seconds flight time away from our target. So we're going to extend that a little bit so we got time to turn around and line up. But when that guy called shift, that meant that we hit our target. So first bomb drop is good. I have not trimmed the aircraft after the bomb drop. I'm just holding stick left. If I release it, the aircraft rolls over. Because I'm going to be releasing my next bomb right away. I'm not going to bother to trim it because I just have to trim it back. If I wasn't so certain about the time of my next bomb drop, then I would probably trim the aircraft so that I can fly level without a whole lot of input. Gonna drag the laser seeker over the target area and snap, we got it. With 30 seconds until bomb release time. Plenty of time to line up on target. Alright, coming back to 2 seconds, hold pickle, boom, bomb away. And since the aircraft is pretty stable right now, give it a little upward trim, let's watch the bomb fall. Guided by a laser, it's going straight for its target. I don't even need to pay attention to it. Someone on the ground is directing it. And as much fun as it would be to just drop my Mavericks on those 2 remaining tanks, I'm a little concerned about these Shilkas out on the island. I have missiles that are designed just for them, but if one of them misses, I'm going to need those Mavericks. Shilkas are radar-guided anti-aircraft guns. They're very, very accurate, and you don't want to get into a gunfight with one because they're probably going to win. So what we need to do is hopefully take both of them out with sidearms. If so, then we just come back to those 2 tanks that are remaining with Mavericks that we have, and we're good. That'll solve that problem. But in the meantime, I should have turned this on earlier. Radar warning receiver, countermeasures, and I have a jamming pod. No go? Maybe I don't have a jamming pod. I do not have a jamming pod. Never mind that. Alright, we're a little high up. The Shilkas probably couldn't get us at this altitude even if they wanted to, so we'll back off the throttle a little bit, change this puppy over to the ECM display. The sidearms make a terrible noise. That noise. That's the noise they make. So I like to keep the gun selected until I need the sidearms. First thing I gotta do is get these Shilkas to turn on their radar. If these assholes don't turn on their radar, I'm gonna gun them. Okay, I'm really doing a dangerous thing here. I'm way too close to these shilkas, and they are almost certainly firing at me, which is why I'm kind of going evasive here. But hopefully... No, I don't. I think they're shooting at me. Yep. But I don't think my sidearm got him. Crap. Stalled out the aircraft there, tried to turn too hard. Well, that should get one of them. Yeah, one down. But that first one I fired was not accurate. I fired from too close, is what I did. So we actually are going to have to use the Mavericks. Don't really need the ECM display anymore. Gonna zoom in here. And coming around, I think the shilka we want is somewhere over there. Alright, Maverick away, rifle. Watching from slightly out of range. There we go. Is that a kill? That's a kill. Alright, back to the tank. Or tanks. Got that more or less designated there. And field of view should zoom in. Come on, walk. Missile away. Now comes the hard part. We have no missiles left and no bombs left. So we're going to have to destroy that last tank with our gun. Assuming the Maverick hits. I assume it will. Yeah, they're pretty reliable. Alright, gun time. Against a tank. This is not gonna be easy. I'm going to put the speed brake out. Try to get some time on target as I come in here. speed brake in so I can zoom away when we're done. Don't think I got him, but I bet I damaged something. Yeah, I didn't get him. A little bit too shallow coming in here.
No mark.
Really?
Field.
That got him?
Target destroyed.
Woo! Alright, 218 gun rounds.
One. No further tasking available. Nice work. You may depart.
We're gonna go see if we can take out some trucks. Alright, back to gun mode. That's a little bit soon to be diving in. Alright, now we're good. Only 2? I thought I got 3. Oh, I did get 3. Good. This is a little steep. I'm probably only getting a 1, maybe 2 here. Hey, 3. I think there's only 1 left, actually. Hey, where's that extra guy? Is he over here? Is that him? I think that's him. Oh, no. No, there's still 1 more. Still 1 more. There he is. That'll do it for trucks. However, there is this white house here. It's an armed house. So we're going to come around, empty our gun into it, and then go home. And that about ought to do it. Master arm off. We're out of ordnance. Pop the HUD into nav mode. It's got pretty good acceleration, you know, better than you'd think, right? I'm going to set my bingo fuel to 1,200 pounds, and I'm going to initiate fuel dump. That'll help us burn off what we need to burn off as we come back to the airfield in order to be a little bit lighter on the touchdown. Or not really burn off, more like dump. You can see the fuel leaving the aircraft at an accelerated rate, more than just burning it in the engine would account for. 2900 is fine. Fuel dump aborted. Let's pull a hard turn and drop the speed brake. Slow ourselves down. Put the flaps into auto. Retract the speed brake. With nozzles all the way back. I think I'm overdoing this. We're going to drop the landing gear, but yeah, I'm overdoing this. Well, maybe I'll just barely make the parking area. Move the nozzles forward to about 84. Pull them back, pull them back, pull them back. Maintain throttle, pull them back. Get them back on like 85, 84. Drop the throttle very slightly to just set the jet down. Set it down very gently. We're actually rolling backwards a little bit here. Just gonna tip the plane forward to counteract that thrust. 84 should be just fine. Alright. And then at just a few... Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy does it, easy does it, easy does it. I think I'm in ground effect now. Alright. And I didn't even need to use the water system. I guess we're parked kind of funny, maybe. We could straighten that out. Lost control there. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Back her up just a little bit more. And nozzles forward. Alright, good enough.
Warning, warning.
And that's it. That's how you do shit in the Harrier. Cheers.